So hey everyone, so I've been going a while, about like a month, 2 months. Just been recovering from my surgery. A lot of you, if you don't know, a lot of you that are here know that I got a breast reduction done, so I'm very happy about that. So I want to tell you a little bit more about what's going on, like with my breast reduction and what type of breast reduction I got and everything like that. Let you guys know about my doctor. I did do a quick Q&A on my Instagram, but somehow the questions deleted and I can't find them. So I tried to pick out stuff from the comments from my past video. Thank you so much for all the love on my last video. So I just want to let you guys know things about my breast reduction. So let's get right into the video. All right, so I wanted to let you guys know about, since I've been out of surgery. I had my surgery back in August 11th of 2022. So it has been about 2 months, a little over 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. It's been about 2 months since my surgery. So I wanted to let you guys know everything about my surgery, every questions you asked me. So I wanted to let you guys know that I am going to be looking down because I have the questions that I got that people asked me on my comments and things like that. I do have that right here, so I do want to let you guys know about that and answer you guys' questions. So yeah, so I got my surgery done at University of Penn, Penn Plastic Surgery. If you live in Pennsylvania, I saw Dr. Fisher. I love him. He has great bedside manner. I definitely would recommend him if you're looking to get a breast reduction. He's great at what he does. He knows about wound care. I'll get into my health condition a little bit further in, but he knows about wound care and things like that, and he's very meticulous. And you want a surgeon that's like that, that's meticulous and really cares about what your boobs are going to look like, because you have to live with them. So yeah, so I went to Dr. Fisher back in 2018. A lot of you guys asked me, did my insurance cover it? For the first time back in 2018, no, unfortunately, my insurance did not cover my breast reduction. So I got discouraged, not gonna lie. I got discouraged the first time. They said I didn't have enough information, even though I had information from my doctor stating that I have back pain and I have the shoulder notches and my boobs were huge, but they weren't as big as they were now, but they were still big. At the time I think I was a triple D at the time. 2018 I was a triple D, maybe a G already, but I was just living in denial. But anyway, so yeah, so I was 36G before. So how I got insurance to cover it, basically when I got it the first time, when I consulted with Dr. Fisher's office to get it done, when I got denied, his administrative assistant told me insurance wants you to have more information, and they try to get what the hell? Try to get physical therapy. So I was okay. So I always kept that in the back of my mind, even though I got discouraged. Back in 2022, I decided, even though we were in a pandemic, I decided you know what? I'm gonna work on trying to get this breast reduction and do my research and look and see what I have to do. So when 2020 hit, I was worried about that. I started saving my money because at the time I didn't have the job I have now. So I wanted to save my money because I know I was going to be out of work for a while because I can't lift things and things like that. So I was just stacking my money up for when I decided to get my breast reduction. So in 2021, I decided to go to physical therapy. So I started physical therapy November of 2021. I did that for 6 months. Now with my doctor's office, he does recommend, I don't know, some doctor's offices do recommend 6 months of information, doctor's notes and things like that, stating that you have back pain in order for your insurance to cover it. And I also saw that some doctor's offices want your BMI to be low, be 30 or lower. My BMI was not 30, unfortunately. My BMI was 38. So when I got my breast reduction, my BMI was 38, so I was around 134, 135. Wow, no, that's what I want to be. That's what I want to be. 100. So I was around 194, 195. I fluctuated between that all the time. I did lose weight before, so I had lost like 10 pounds. But I did put it back on, unfortunately. So I had lost the 10 pounds. Yeah, I had lost those 10 pounds. So I was like 190. I was like 190. My heaviest was like 198. And I had lost that 10 pounds. So I was like 180 something. So I had lost those 10 pounds, but then I had put some back on. So I was like 194, 195, around that. So after that, my doctor still like wanted to put the information in for my insurance so they can cover it. So my insurance got back, so I put my information into my doctor. I consulted with Dr. Fisher again in 2022. I started physical therapy in November of 2021, and then they put in for my authorization so my insurance can cover my surgery, and I didn't get approved until like June of 2022, and I didn't have my surgery until August of 2022. So that was a little while between each, but I was still so excited and very appreciative that my insurance approved it. So yeah, the size I am now, I was a 36G, 36, 38G, depending on like the shape of the bra and how it was cut. I went for more like full coverage, so it went all the way up. So depending on the cut, if it was lower, I probably could wear like a 38. If it was like a higher cut, I could wear a 36. Weird, but yeah, so I went for more like a full coverage bra. So I was a 38, 36G between that. Now I am a 38G. I'm sorry, 38D now. So yes. So when they took off 7 pounds of breast tissue. My insurance recommended that he take off less, so I think it was around like a 4 or 5 pounds of breast tissue, but he decided to take off more than that. I'm very appreciative that he took off more than that. He went with his mind first because he said that my boobs were so big that he recommended that I got more taken off. So he actually took more off than what the insurance were going to cover and what they recommended. So that was like great. I loved him for that. He didn't even have to do that, but thank you so much because they're cute. So like I said in like a little bit further, I did want to talk about my health condition that also contributed to my not so much my insurance but my doctor. So the health condition that I have was autoimmune disease. It's called Hidradenitis Suppurativa, but it goes by HS. Basically, it's an autoimmune disease, so my body fights against itself. So basically, I get like cysts or like boils underneath my underarm, and that it makes it like painful for me. Sometimes I can't even lift up my arm sometimes and things like that. So my dermatologist did not recommend me getting a breast reduction. She said that she didn't think it was right, and she thought that I needed to take Humira first before I get my breast reduction, just because like it'll calm down the flares. But I told her like with COVID and also with like all the crazy testing they had to do for that medicine, I wasn't going to do it because the medicine, because I have autoimmune disease, that medicine is going to weaken my immune system, so my body won't fight itself anymore. But I told her I didn't want that. I don't want that. That's not something I want. Since I got my breast reduction done, though, my HS under my underarms have subsided a lot. Barely any flares. Every once in a while, I might get one. Usually my flares start up around my cycle. So when I know when my period's about to start, my flares are about to start, but it's very minimal. I done had 3 periods since my surgery, and the flares have gone down tremendously since then. Yeah, so I definitely check with your dermatologist and your doctor. If you do have HS and you want to get a breast reduction, check with them first, see what they say. I'm stage 3-4. That's my stage in HS. So if it's like if it's further along or 4 or greater. I don't know. Definitely consult with your doctor first and see. Let your dermatologist, sorry, let your surgeon know. I let my surgeon know. I disclosed to him that I do have HS, and he already knew about it because I did my research before. He specializes in wound care. He already knows about it. He even suggested that after I get my breast reduction, maybe like a year or two after, he would basically do the surgery under my arms to remove the HS underneath my arms. I don't know. I might not need it after because like the healing process. Also, you guys wanted me to talk to you about like my recovery with my surgery. So recovery was a lot. Yeah, recovery was definitely a lot. With recovery, I was grateful to have my mom be home. She is retired, so she was able to take care of me while I was recovering from surgery. Even like a little task like going to the bathroom. So since I had drains connected, I had drains on to drain out the fluid from my breast reduction. It was hard to go to the bathroom, y'all. So to even like wipe yourself from the front, fine, but from the back, trying to wipe your butt, that was hard. TMI if it's a lie, but that was hard. Wiping your butt was hard. So especially with the drains like connected to you, it was hard to like reach around. And like with the surgery, you have like T-Rex arms, so you can't really move your arms that much. So it was hard to like, I didn't ask her to wipe me. But it was hard for me to wipe myself, and I did do it, especially like with your cycle and things like that. It was hard. I'm not even gonna lie about that. Some things you don't even think about with surgery. That was a task. And then like washing myself. My mama has saw me as a baby, okay, as a toddler, you know, maybe even as a little kid, but never as an adult. My full body naked as an adult. She ain't seen this naked body, a naked adult body. So it was just a lot. She had to wash me, help me wash myself because I couldn't bend down. So with the surgery, you can't bend down for like a while. And then like once you get to like 3 weeks, you can like walk and do like little walks. So that's what once I got to 3 weeks, I was doing like little walks around the block. I would do walks around the block. Walk for like, I will put the whole Beyonce album on, as you know, Renaissance. I will put that album on while I go for a walk, and just walk around the block. Probably like, I would walk the beginning of the album. I would stop at Heated because that's my favorite song. So I would stop at Heated and I would go back into the house or whatever like that. And it was hot because it was August, so it was hot. And then another thing was the drains getting taken out. They were painful. No one prepared me for that. They were very painful. They like, you hold your breath and then they snatch it out really quickly. Painful as I don't know what. I did not like that at all. It felt like they were pulling it from my nipple. It was so painful. I don't even want to relive that again, but it was so painful. I did have like a lot of like, with my one drain on my right side, it was like the hole drained out a lot, and they had like sutures there, but it still drained out a lot on my right side. My left side it didn't drain as much, but it did drain, but not as much as this side, as my right side. My right side drained so much, and so they took that out. I got my surgery on Thursday. They took it out on Tuesday, so a couple days after they took out the drains, and then I was just left wearing. They told me that I didn't have to wear the surgical bra, which I didn't really like. It wasn't supportive. So there was actually a breast like center store inside of Penn Medicine. So I went there and got like a compression bra, because you're supposed to wear compression to bring down like the swelling and things like that. So that way you can like heal. So it needs that swelling to go down. I also was taking Oxy and Tylenol and ibuprofen. Those are my drugs that I was taking. I didn't take ibuprofen until I was finished the Oxy. Then I took the ibuprofen after. So I was just taking Tylenol and ibuprofen. And Tylenol was for like the fever and the pain. So yeah, in case I had a fever or anything like that. I wasn't on any antibiotics. I have seen that before. Some doctors gave them antibiotics to fight off if they get sick or anything like within going into surgery. But yeah, my surgery was an outpatient, so as soon as surgery was done, they kicked me out. So my surgery was over around like five something, I think my mom told me, and they kicked me out by like 8 o'clock. I was, well, 7 o'clock. I was home by 8, so they kicked me out. So yeah, so you had to do everything on your own. They did recommend that I use Aquaphor. I couldn't use any like perfumed lotions or things like that, so I had to use like Aquaphor. And then once Aquaphor is very thick, so once I got to like 3 weeks, my doctor recommended that I use Eucerin to put on my boobs, just because it's not as thick as like Aquaphor, because Aquaphor is like almost like Vaseline, so it's like very thick. But I did still keep the Aquaphor on my nipples because they were really healing. And I actually had like an incident with my nipple. A little bit of my nipple had came off during like recovery, but it came right back on. It attached itself. It's crazy how the body works. But it attached itself right back on. I was sending my doctor pictures. I do have photos if you want to see it. I will put it up either side. I don't know what side I'm gonna put it on, but I will put it up if you guys want to see it. Yeah, that was pretty scary because I thought my nipple was dying. A lot of women, I was scared about my nipples coming back to life. Good thing my nipples did come back to life. Some women with surgery, their nipples don't come back to life, and so they end up with no nipple. And I was scared about that just because how big my boobs were. Like if I sat down, even if I sat down, my boobs were in my lap. With a bra, without a bra, my boobs were in my lap. So, and without a bra, my boobs were in my lap. Like they were covering. You couldn't even see like my waist. At least with like the bra, you could still see my waist, but it was still in my lap. So my boobs were very big. And my doctor was like, yeah, well, hopefully he told me like, if insurance don't cover it, I'm gonna do another thing that we can work it out, because your boobs are huge. You are a great candidate. They're huge. You need it. So yeah, so my boobs, yeah, so yeah, they were pretty big. Nipples was another thing. So when my nipples came back to life, it feels so weird. A lot of people don't mention this. No one talked about it, but when they come back to life, it feels very weird. It feels like it's like a pulsating, stabbing a little bit pain, and then like it feel like when it, and then with your nipples, they're like I don't know how to explain it, but they get hard like out of nowhere. It just gets hard out of nowhere. You just gotta be like, you gotta hold them to just get hard out of nowhere, and it's like a weird like shooting pain, because not shooting, I shouldn't say shooting, but it's just like an uncomfortable pain, very dull. And it's just like, ugh, what the heck? And it just feels very weird because your boobs are coming back to life. The blood flow is coming back into them. So they feel like very weird. My hairdresser also went to the same surgeon as me, and she told me that she has children. So she started to lactate after that. So I didn't get that, thank God. I wouldn't want that. But yeah, with my surgery, I was out of work for 4 weeks with recovery. I wore like to put on my boobs, I know they have surgical pads, but I couldn't find them. They were actually on recall at CVS, so I had to use abdominal pads. So abdominal pads are like longer like this. I got abdominal pads to cover, and then my coworker actually gave me nipple covers because she used to breastfeed, and so she had a bunch of them. So I would put those over my nipple to cover it, and I would put like the sports bra, the front clasping sports bra on, and I would wear that. I wore that. I went back to work in 4 weeks. So I would wear that. I wore that for a good 5.5 weeks. Until like I stopped draining. I still like I didn't drain underneath, but my nipples would drain a little bit. They would drain often. Do I regret getting my surgery? I don't say that I do. I don't miss the back pain and the headaches I would get from it. I would get a shooting pain from like my shoulder on up. Hated it. I would get it all the time. And before the job I have now, I work in a bank, and so I was in so much pain because you had to lift like your teller box, coins, nickels, dimes, pennies, boxes, like boxes of quarters, boxes of dimes, boxes of nickels. Like it's just my pain. My back pain got 10 times worse. It was already bad, but it got 10 times worse with the heavy lifting of the job that I had. So I don't regret it at all. I love it. I actually love the skin that I am now more. I started to embrace myself. Even if I didn't get the breast reduction, I started to embrace myself more, because I was like, well, if they deny me again, I'm just gonna love the person I am and the body that I have, God gave me. Maybe it's just not the time. I'll try again later. So, but fortunately, I did get my breast reduction, and I'm loving the skin I'm in. If you follow me on Instagram, you know. So, yeah, just loving the skin that I am in. And I wanted to show you guys my bras, and I wanted to show you guys my scarring. This is my bra before surgery. Big girl. She's a big girl. It doesn't even fit me anymore. Yeah, pretty big. I don't even fit it anymore now. Like I said, I'm a 36D, so I'm pretty small than before compared to then. This big girl, pretty big. Yeah, I still have my old bras. I should throw them away, but I still haven't given them away. Maybe if somebody has bigger boobs, they want them. I don't know. But this is my bra size now, a 36. Sorry, a 38D. It still have like a little bit of room, so I don't know. I do want to start I can start working out now, light workouts and things like that. So I can start working out now, and I'm happy about that because now I can start doing what I want to do. I can't wait to run on a track, because I used to run when I was younger, but I stopped because my boobs were so big. And then I want to show you guys my scarring. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. I want to show you guys my scarring. So if you can see, that's my drain hole right here, and then these are my scars underneath. So I got a breast reduction plus a lift. So in order to lift, they have to cut underneath here, and this is my scarring from my nipple. So yeah. And then on this side as well, this one's a little bit different. It's the same thing. I have the scarring right here, and then the nipple. I've been putting bio oil on it and also cocoa butter to help with the scarring. But that's everything. If you guys have any questions, please leave it down below. I wanted to tell you guys thank you for following me on this journey, and I'll probably do another update in 6 months, because I'll probably have another doctor's appointment then. And if anything changes, I'll let you guys know. Also, I forgot, I haven't got any complications after surgery, thank God. So I haven't had any of that. I know some women have experienced that. I watched one video, the girl said she's getting real bad shooting pains in her boobs and things like that, but I haven't experienced anything like that. It's just a little uncomfortable to lay, because I'm a belly sleeper, and now I can't lay on my stomach anymore. I have to lay on my side. So that's the only thing that's different. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys for checking out this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you want. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.